Welcome to Lessons and Blessings.
I'm Amber of amberandamethyst.com. I am a physical medium, I am a Reiki master, and I specialize in doing spirit communication, talking to spirit guides, animal totems, and past lives.
And I am Sara Como of Spiritual Ties, and I am a psychic medium and animal communicator, as well as I dabble in Reiki because of her, and angel discovery and past life regression as well.
Today, we're going to be talking about meditation and why it's so hard to meditate, why so many people give up, and what meditation really is. So, we're going to start off talking about how we struggle with meditation, because when you think of meditation, you think of a humming monk and they have like their nice red robes on and they got their head shaved and they're in this monastery and they're humming and it's like, and like all these fascinating visions are coming to them and these revelations and the world is nice and pure and beautiful. Meditation, right?
It's intimidating. It sounds intimidating, at least.
It's not that hard. You don't have to be a professional monk, if that's a profession. A dedicated monk?
Yeah.
An anointed monk?
No monks.
To meditate.
You don't need to be a monk.
Anybody can meditate. And I know you hear that all the time, but we're going to tell you what meditation really is. So you see tons of guided meditations on YouTube, right? We actually have a few of our own guided meditations.
Amber's the best at it.
There's a playlist. Go find it. Try some guided meditations after this and see how you do, given your new information on meditation. But everything that I've learned and I'm now teaching is an amalgamation of everything that I've learned. So I've taken bits and pieces from all these areas and mentors that I've had and mushed that all into what I now do, what works best for me. So take a little bit of what we talk about today, of what other YouTubers talk about today, and whatever else, and use that. So you don't have to do exactly what we talk about, but here's where the real revelation kicks in. Meditation is taking a walk along a path. So having a structured guided meditation is really helpful because they will be talking about, we're walking down this path and it's a gravel road and there's fence posts and you see the corn on the other side of the fence. Apologies, we are from Wisconsin. We're going to talk about corn.
And cheese.
And
cheese will be involved.
Yes. But it brings you on this nice little journey, and while you're on that journey, you're just listening and you're imagining yourself in those places. So you will actually visualize yourself walking down that gravel path with that fence alongside of you. So what about those amazing visions and revelations that everybody talks about in meditation? So as you're walking down that path and all of a sudden you see a hawk sitting on a fence post, but the person doing the guided meditation who's talking didn't put that hawk there and you didn't put that hawk there. That's a symbol and that's a message for something in that meditation. So afterwards you can look up the meaning of hawk, and here it's the perspective of, the bigger picture of whatever, and that's going to apply to something in your life. I'm sure once you research that and see what that means, and that first thought that comes to you, that's what that's going to apply to.
It's easier than you think it is.
It is.
I mean, it comes to you so easily, and you don't even realize you're meditating. I mean, just even simply taking a walk in nature and letting just random thoughts come to you. I mean, wouldn't you even classify that as meditation?
Yes.
A form of it?
Even when you're driving, that can be a meditation, just because you're kind of unlocking that subconscious part of your mind to where you can think about all these things, yet you're still driving. So you're accessing that subconscious when you're doing that meditation, even though it doesn't feel like it, even though it feels like you're still very structured in what you're doing, especially if you're listening to one of those guided meditations. I know I had a big problem with thinking that I couldn't get hypnotized for the longest time, and I recently picked it back up again because I expected hypnosis to be, they put you under and you don't remember a thing, and that is possible with hypnosis. You can go completely under and not remember anything that happened. But I actually recently met a really great hypnotherapist and started going to see her regularly, and I actually remember a lot of my hypnosis session, but it's still hypnosis, even though it's so guided and I remember things that happen. So meditation isn't necessarily some major spiritual journey. I mean, it's just a state of mind of being that you can enter, and it can be very structured. It can not be structured, and just that flat thinking of completely emptying your mind. But it doesn't have to be. You don't have to clear your mind. That's one way of doing it. That's, one way that monks may do it, or any other very spiritual person. But for the everyday person who's using meditation for pain management or anxiety relief or anything like that, just managing emotions even, that those guided meditations can be a huge help, even though they're very structured and you're not necessarily clearing your mind. You're just thinking about something else and running through a script in your own head.
Right. And so let's talk more about like why people would want to meditate, and there's a lot of reasons, right? And one of the things that I think is most important about meditation is not only clearing your mind, you're grounding yourself doing it, but you're also opening yourself up to healing messages that may come through. I know that happens for me a lot. Sometimes if I have things going on in my life and I'm meditating, and it will just, a message will pop in and let me know what's going on. Like she mentioned, it could be an animal that appears, and that can be interpreted into something else. So what other reasons would you recommend meditation for?
I actually use it for pain management a lot. I get tension headaches, feminine cramps and things like that. I've found a lot of meditations that help to put your mind in a frame of mind to actually just release that pain and say, this isn't a part of my body anymore. And once you learn to establish that grounding cord, which we have a meditation for, so if you want to check out that meditations playlist, you can find meditations in there for grounding, which is the very basic thing. I would highly suggest starting with that meditation because it's the very basic foundation of everything kind of spiritual. And learning to work with your own energy.
Grounding is so important.
But once you have that basis down, you can really go anywhere, whether it's the pain management, like I use it for anxiety, saying that these emotions are no longer a part of my body and releasing those out through that grounding cord. Anger, any mental, emotional, physical thing you can use meditation for to release that energy out of yourself and to just let it go. And then again, once you release that, you can bring in whatever mental, emotional, physical state that you want. You can say, I need more motivation and courage for this day coming up because I have an interview, and bring in that energy force through that meditation. So, it's not just sitting there letting things happen, it's actually controlling the energy flow in your body. Is what meditation has the ability to be. And I would say is most beneficial for the average everyday person who's looking for a break.
Yes. So. And it's not complicated. It's easy to do. You don't have to put so much thought and effort into it. If you're doing that, then you're doing the total opposite of what meditation is all about. But I know a long time ago, I was working with a holistic healer, and she said, well, go ahead and meditate on that and go ahead and finish the thought, because I would get a lot of past life regressions done from her. And she's like, go ahead and do a meditation and just see what else you come up with. And I'm like, I don't know, how are you supposed to meditate? I was so confused, and what one person's suggestion may be for meditation may not work for you. Sitting there and doing the that may not work for you. It may work for someone else. But if it seems kind of weird to you, don't do it. Go with what feels natural. Go with the flow. That's when the things are really going to start. The messages are going to start coming in. So it's just really important to remember. Don't worry about making a big production about it. Just go easy with it. Let it come naturally and just relax. It's all about relaxing and getting those healing messages, those positive messages going for yourself, and rejuvenating yourself so that you can go back out there and live your best life.
And that brings up well, where do I meditate? Because I always see people sitting on a pillow like this,
Yes.
meditating. You can meditate sitting down in a chair. You can meditate laying down in your bed. Pretty much anywhere you can sit and be comfortable. I actually teach this class called Reset Yourself with Meditation, and I teach a 30-second script that you go through that you can do in your office cubicle. If there's somebody behind you just driving you nuts and they're putting all that negative energy on you, you just need to reset yourself. You can go through that script so quick and just do that energy work and that meditation so fast to just reset yourself. So that's definitely in the plans for having a video done. So you'll see that up pretty soon, I would imagine, how to reset yourself with that meditation. But I mean, it can really be done anywhere.
I like the idea of doing it in water, like, or a pool or a shower. I mean, I love showers, are always so refreshing to me, and I really feel like I wash away all the crap of the day, you know, just everything, the, you know, stress, all that, you just wash it away and you know, kind of just relax. So however it calls to you.
Yeah, having that actual physical energy in water is
Water
so
is so
cleansing and
healing.
It's amazing. The shower is a really good place to do it. Other great tools to use for meditation that add a little bit of fun and flair are crystals. I have some orange selenite here, palm stones, and you can use, you know, pretty much any kind of crystals that you want. They all have their own different properties. Check out our videos on crystals. We'll definitely get those up. But using them as palm stones, crystal gridding, so if you're laying down and you have a second person and they can like put stones all over you or whatever you want, aligning them with your chakras. Crystals are a lot of fun to use, really beneficial. I remember when I first started trying to meditate, I would try and do it myself as I was sitting up, and I would have them in my palms, and I slapped it on my forehead like this, right? And I sat there trying to meditate like this. Like, I'm gonna have all these crystals all over my body.
And how'd that work out for you?
It was ridiculous. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're not relaxed for one.
I was very determined to have crystals everywhere though.
That just goes to show you that there's no right way to do it. It's however it works for you, however you're comfortable with it. If you can sit with crystals all over, if you want that, go for it.
It's really freeing once you actually figure out that I can do this, and everybody can, even though I hear all the time, like, I can't meditate, and I said that myself before.
Me too.
But in the comments, just write down if you've had trouble meditating, if there's anything that was a breakthrough for you to help you get meditating, or if you have any suggestions on future videos too, or anything that you want us to talk about. So remember to give us a like and subscribe to catch all of the videos that we come out with and all of our future discussions.
We have lots of fun planned, lots of great information coming to you.